Welcome back to the channel. Quick little intro to the intro here. Apologize for the lack of updates and videos in general weekly. We were aiming for weekly content, but the project side of things started to die down and we weren't able to go on a countrywide trip like we did last year this time. So apologize, but our plan is we have a few trips coming up, got a few projects we want to finish up, this, that, and the other thing. So what we're thinking about doing is doing fewer videos, obviously, but making the videos we post higher quality. Because at the end of the day, every week uploads is cool and all, but if it's a terrible video at the end of the day and too short or whatever, it's not worth really wasting any one of ours times on that. So we're going to be posting, but when we post, it's going to be significant content that should be posted on this channel. And that intro to the intro dragged on way longer than I expected. So hop right into the intro. Hi, this is the intro. Yeah, I'm in the same exact spot, but we're introing now. So got a trip coming up this week. We'll be going to Wharton State Park. There is a camping section. It's all 100% dry camping. There's no kind of electric or water or whatever. I got this set up. We'll talk about that shortly. And in Wharton State Park, you can off-road a Jeep or something along the lines of that. So we have the Jeep hooked up here to get towed down there behind the camper with the tow bar. And we're going to end up wheeling off-roading this here Heap. She's all set up. Stock rims. Tires are nice, but they're street tires. She's got tinted windows though, so we're gonna be mint. Mint winch, Amazon style. It's not that mint. I already had one of these blow up on me, so this one probably close to come. Anywho, and I also got snatch blocks and recovery rope, so we should be more than capable to off-road in Pine Barrens or whatever you may call it. So we did test drive the camper, towing the Heap, to make sure that it towed genuine, and it towed better behind this camper than it tows behind my truck. I think because this thing's a little bit heavier, than my truck, and I barely knew it was there. Of course you can't see it because it's not as wide as most may think, but yeah, no. It towed great. We're just packing today, getting everything situated. I got the fridge on, got the camper plugged in. When we're there, we won't have any power, but I have the batteries hooked up a certain way, and technically we should be fine living off that and propane. I gotta check how much propane's in here too. Haven't done that, but it's mint. So all that's left to do before we leave is to pack all of our stuff. We're not really gonna have to bring much, and we're planning on eating in the area to support that local area. The Jeep has 3/4 of a tank in it ish, so we're gonna have to get fuel down there. We have made it next day to Wharton State Forest Park, whatever. Camper made it here, one piece, very smooth ride, and Jeep made it here, smooth, shockingly in one piece. I'm rather stunned. It towed extremely well, not upset about that. And these welds didn't break, so that's always a plus. Today, we woke up early. I'm gonna hop in this Heap here and go off-road and bring you all along with us. Should be a great time. We are now hitting some mud. We were just in straight sand for a while. Now we're actually hitting some mud and the Jeep's getting dirty. We got our buddy Bren and his friend. I forgot his name, unfortunately.
I don't know if he told us.
I'm gonna have to ask, but I'll mention him. Shout out to these guys, they're showing us around. I happen to know Bren because he owns a spiffy Cadillac like myself, so we're out here off-roading. Wharton State Forest.
Oh my gosh.
This thing, we're in two-wheel. We're only in two-wheel. Oh my god.
That's a deep one. He better move. What are we doing?
Did he lock it? All right, well, we didn't get to record much of that, but we hit a pretty deep mud hole that we should have crawled through, basically. And my buddy up here in front of us in the Bronco, water locked his unit. So we ended up freeing it up, put some extra oil in it, put some oil down the intake to just lube her nicely. And now we're gonna drop off his unit at the campsite. Hopefully it makes it there, because it's starting to knock pretty bad. So we're gonna take him with us in the 4-seat, keep and bog on. They know the ways around these trails, so it's much better to have people that know where they're going opposed to just us using an app with no cell service. So we're on our way back to the campsite, quick, but we'll be back out with this Bronco hopefully later if it survives. It's knocking. Yeah, at this moment in time, shout out to Jake and Bren for showing us around here. We're towing Bren back. Sucker won't start. Not good. It had water in the intake, but we ended up clearing it out to get it to run for a little bit. Now it's not running at all, which is not good. But the Jeep's towing it like a champ somehow, which is nice. So we're gonna head back to the campsite, hopefully drop off this Bronco, and then get into this nice reliable Jeep here. The only issue is the Jeep has an oil light on, which could be nothing, but it could be something. We're just gonna try not to worry about it. But of course, we're in a whoop section right now, so this is fun.
Ooh. Yeah, they get the point.
Not that bad.
What are you doing?
Just want to wash off my hand.
Ew.
Now I'm gonna dry it.
And we stayed in that big rut yesterday, so.
Let's try 4.
No, keep going straight, please.
I don't know if the camera's going to do this justice, but this is what we just went through. I did it last night in 2-wheel, but there was more, less ruts. But this is rutted the heck out. I was going to hit the center, but I'm not trying to get stuck. So we kind of straddled this big rut here. Yeah. It looks pretty bad in person. And it is pretty gnarly, actually. But Jeep's doing good. She's a little dirty. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, she's a little dirty. So we got our tow bar hooked up here. Locked. Safety chains. Now's the real test, see if these still work. Made a nice little setup that hooks up to the rear tail lights, so that should be good. Yeah, toss this back in. Otherwise it's hooked up. We're gonna check the lights real quick and then we should be good to go. I'm not driving during night. It's even less than the lights. So when plateauing one of these Jeeps, you gotta put them in neutral basically, but not in neutral. You put your foot on the brake, the shifter into neutral. You take this John, or high, neutral, put that in neutral. And you put this thing in reverse. Oh, get out of the 4-wheel. You put it in reverse, doesn't back up, so it's in neutral. And drive, doesn't go forward, so T-case is in neutral. Then you put it in park, and then you just shut this thing off.
It's good.
You put it to accessory before all the dash lights up, right there, where it does that obnoxious beeping. When towing these cars, you don't want anything flying around in between seats and hitting the brake pedal and such, because that'll do for an awful ride. So I always just put the seat all the way forward, so not much can get in there. Otherwise, that should be meant. Keys on. Now, as far as the different lengths, yes, they do tighten, and then once it tightens, it just spins on the ball, and the tires spin with the Jeep itself. So Miss Hannah is going to stay out here and watch as those bars tighten, and once they fully tighten, then we're good. And you guys will see the wheel turning itself.
Hold on, your wheels ain't spinning. They're still in the same spot.
Wheels aren't spinning?
They stayed there the whole time. There you go. Yeah, they're not turning. Nah, they're not turning. Still not turning. That's unfortunate. Oh. You want to try one more time?
Yeah, we gotta get it before we get on
the road. Can't tell. It wasn't enough. Keep going. Nah.
Everything on the Jeep was done right. Unfortunately, the sand was a little slick and it wasn't letting the front wheels turn like they should. Now on the road, they're turning fine, so I think that was just the fault of the sand. We didn't really tow the Jeep in when we got there, so we weren't really expecting that at all. And I thought I messed something up, but I didn't.
Shut.
But yep, now we're heading home, Jeep in tow, and hopefully we don't have to pick you guys up on the way home, because that means something bad happened. So we'll see you guys shortly, or not.
Hopefully not.